Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This will be session 11 of the Hall of the Demigods. Today is going to be a bit more interesting. Cryo is not with us, but we're going to work with that because Cryo did run off in the last campaign. We're just going to wipe out what he's going to do today. So, as a little recap, last time they had gone from the orc camp all the way up to Asterdale, where they met the Queen's Guard. And where the Queen's Guard found out Cryo was the wanted White Dragonborn. So they took off after him, but Cryo dipped into an alleyway. Now the rest of the group currently stands within the town center, waiting to explore their next move. A town awaits within. What shall they do? Today we have with us Astra.
Hello.
We have Tilly.
Hey.
We have Athena.
Hello.
And we have Valak.
Hey.
So, leaving off last time, you guys were standing in the town center debating your next moves. Nisa, why don't you start us off? What would your character like to do firsthand? You're in a town that's new to you. There's all these things around, shops, inns, taverns, all kinds of things that a person that's new to a city that likes to stay by herself would like to explore or stay away from. So what is your move?
Well, with our newfound revelation that Cryo is nowhere to be seen, and we have no idea where he went, I am going to look to the group and simply just be like, well, what now? Do we go after him? Do we not?
With Nisa's question, she looks upon the group, and Astra, you're next in line.
Can I do an investigation check?
What are you investigating for?
See what type of people these are?
Yes, sure. That will be... Yes. That's an investigation check or perception. It's up to you.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
19.
So as you look upon the town square, you see people of all races and colors, except for you mainly see humans. But you recall something about reading the lore that orcs, goblins, elves, those people are not welcome in Asterdale. They have been sent to separate corners of the world because of the queen not liking them. So as you look upon, you just see mainly humans or small humanoids, halflings, gnomes. You don't see anything else. Just those three races. You find it a bit peculiar in particular, but that's what you see.
I look back at the group and tell them everything that I just found out and suggest that we not stop here.
Athena, Astra looks upon you and says, well, with this being said, and we're not seeing very many races of what any of us are, should we even be here?
Athena's gonna look at Astra and then kind of look at Valak and be like, should we be worried about him? I don't think he's safe here.
Well, if he could keep his mouth shut, we could always tuck him away in a backpack, but we all know Valak and he can't keep his mouth shut, so he's gonna cause some shit.
As you guys are looking down at Valak, Valak wishes to say something.
I'm offended.
With the cross of his arms, he looks up at the two of you, and he just shakes his head and says, I'm offended. You think so little of me? I'm just a little guy.
Well, we could also just toss you to him instead of, packing you away and keeping you quiet.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood.
In the middle of your guys' conversation, a commotion is coming from the center of town. You briefly hear, burn him! Stake him to the heart! He'll burn for what he is! Next on the list, Valak, you're the first to hear this.
That better not be my brother.
Nisa, you kind of pick up second because you're looking at Valak, you're watching their conversation, and then you hear the commotion and you hear Valak whisper, that better not be blood, talking about his family. What do you do?
Can I go over and find where the noise is coming from?
Roll me an investigation check, please.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. 3, 11.
Okay, good. I was only looking for a 9 or above. So as you look past the crowd, you see something that just blows your mind. The man sitting upon this giant wooden cross has a glow to him, a golden hue surrounding his skin. It's a human, you think. but around his head is like this very faint yellow line. And upon his back are two massive, pure white wings nailed to a cross. It's an angel. Literally an angel. The first that any of you have ever seen. His feet crossed and stapled together through there. His waist intertwined by thorns. You see him barely fading in and out of conscience, but you see the town folk surrounding him with pitchforks and giant swords poking him over and over again as the guards are building a fire around him. What do you do?
How far did I have to go to see that?
You walked maybe 10 feet.
Okay. I turn back to Valak and go, unless your brother's an angel, that's not him. And I go over one of the townsfolk in the mob what's going on.
So as Nissa is walking away, Valak, she looks at you, and you hear her say the word angel. You hear the word angel. Okay, so Valak is just kind of staring at dandelions. The mic is having... Yeah, we can't hear you, buddy. His mic is he's having technical difficulties. So Nissa, as you walk forward to the townfolk, what race are you again?
I'm a fallen demigod.
So you stick out like a sore thumb, basically.
I look human, minus the giant bone wings on my back, but...
Would you say those are tucked away or not?
I'd say they're tucked away.
Okay. So as you walk up, the townfolk don't notice the fallen wings on you, and instead they look at you. An angel dare set foot upon our lands, dare to curse us with his holy words. For that he shall burn in eternal flame and send him straight to hell where he belongs. As you're thinking of what to say, Astra, what do you want to do? You don't really know what's going on yet because you have not walked forth, but Tilly has taken off towards the circle of people.
So, guys, I have a chaotic nature, and I really want to save this guy.
Athena.
Well, first thing Athena's gonna do is scoop up Valak and just kind of tuck him under her arm to try to hide him, and then make her way towards the crowd.
So the group takes off. And you do see Tilly Nissa conversing with the townsfolk. But you also now can see the angel, the first any of you have ever seen. His golden hue, his bright skin, his ripped body. He's shredded in muscle at the same time. Looks like he has battle scars. From head to toe, he's got giant white lines spreading throughout his body, signifying that he's been in battle. Nissa, what would you like to say to this lady that you're talking to?
I will ask her if he did anything. Just the simple, did he commit a crime? Or is he just simply disgusting by his presence?
Are you a fool? Have you not been in Astrodale? We do not welcome holiness. We do not welcome the feel of anybody trying to exclude themselves or look different. You must look like us and be like us. Humans are the race that should rule.
She'll nod. Not fully agreeing, but she's not gonna voice it. Not wanting to aggravate further. She'll push through the crowd so that way she's kind of in front of the cross. And just watch what happens next.
As you push forward and you're at the front line standing in plain sight, the man looks up and he finally opens his eyes. His iris is golden. Looks like the inside of his iris is swimming with gold and white light. And he looks into you and you almost can feel like he's inside your head. And we're going to pause right there. Astra and Athena, you guys have now reached the crowd. What would you like to do, starting with Astra first?
I'm going to go over and talk to the lady that Nessa was talking to and ask her, since she don't want him around here, if we can just take him with us.
You dare touch that man, and we will hang you by your feet, where you will be picked apart by the birds for days.
Okay, lady, I tried to be nice about this. And since you're not willing to be nice, I'm going to use intimidation and see if I can intimidate her into letting him go with us.
Roll intimidation.
That'd be a 20.
So, with your 20, the lady looks at you and she kind of backs down. Aren't you? Hang on. Before I continue, aren't you an elf?
I'm a fire ganassi.
Yeah, you're a Ganassi. Okay, so she finally gets a good look at you. She backs down. And you see her side-eye you, and she walks into the crowd. She disappears amongst the people. But you get a feeling this will not be the last time you see her.
Is there like a leader of this angry mob?
You do see particular in a man standing. Okay, asshole.
And, in my suggestion, I am going to say, let the man go, disband this group, and we will take him away.
His con save was a 13.
It's a wisdom save that I need.
Okay, oops. Oh shit, his wisdom save was a nat 20. So,
You
with you
sus.
failing... Huh?
You sus.
So, he kind of feels something in his head, and he shakes his head. And then he turns around, he just stares at you. What race are you, Athena?
A demigod human.
He looks at you, and he smiles. And the whole mob, it feels, turns their heads and locks eyes with just you. And they all say, almost in like unison, like they can't control their words, "A traitor amongst our midst must burn."
Just gonna smile and be like, what do you mean? I'm human.
You wish to take the man from all of us. For that, you will be hung by your toes and picked apart by the giant birds that fly among us.
Gonna look at everybody and just be like, have I even uttered a word? How do you know it was me?
The man that you previously tried to suggest smiles. And then they all say again, by the way, as this is happening, you do notice that only they are talking, and he just keeps smiling and look at you. And as they do this, you think my brain is weak? I can feel your presence.
So you're not human.
You hear him mutter one word. He says, "Sleep." And all the heads of all the humans notch forward, and their eyes close. When finally, he shows his true form. As the human skin drips off his body and falls to the floor with a slush sound, you see the mouth made of tentacles dripping down, his head massive and slumped over his shoulders. His sludged figure stands tall to about 8 feet tall, where you recognize the squid-like face. And he says, "Ah." He kind of looks at his fingers, the sharp, pointed nails. Finally, a human who does not fall so easily to weakness.
Of course not, Cthulhu.
He says, "So I assume that you recognize what I am?" As he says, which you do recognize him as a mind flayer.
Yeah.
I'll send a picture in chat for you guys. He says, so you come to my town and you wish what? He says in a deep, menacing voice.
Technically, we're just passing through, but your little crowd caught our attention.
Well, it's best if you take the rest of your group and keep on walking, for I have that little goblin in your sleeve strangled.
You touch him and you die.
And who will stop me?
Me, of course, and well, my group.
We're gonna take a pause here. Pause. Nisa, you notice as you're doing everything you fought hard for to be calm. The crowd all around you has grown quiet. You don't hear a word being muttered, and you realize as you turn your head softly that your friend Athena and this creature that you've never seen before are just locked eyes. It's almost like they aren't even talking.
Do I know better? No, like, am I able to like tell that they're having a telepathic conversation, or am I not smart enough for that?
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence, passive.
I mean, passive wisdom. What's your passive wisdom?
Hmm. It doesn't tell me my passive wisdom. I can give you passive insight or perception.
Okay, that works.
Which one do you want? Actually, doesn't matter. They're all
I would say I'm pretty sure yours are the same. So whichever one.
15.
You do realize what's happening.
Okay. Now, has the angel fallen under the sleep as well, or is he still conscious looking at me?
He is conscious.
I am going to do something probably stupid, but I'm going to go up to the angel and I am going to start to try and get him down.
Roll me a strength save, please.
Strength save.
Yep.
Okay. (16 plus 3) 19.
You take your weapon and you hack at the chains, and as soon as you do, one of his arms snap out of the nails, and you're watching the skin jump out of his hand, and it's like tethers as it sucks back and closes the giant gaping hole in his hand. And he closes his fist, and he looks at you and he smiles. For he reaches over across, rips the chain out of his arm, his legs, and around his waist. And again, you're watching the tethers of his skin heal in seconds. He stretches his massive wings, and you see they tower over you. He now stands about 8.5 feet tall to you, but his wings add at least another 6 feet to that. He stretches a hand out. He says, "Come forth, Vala." And as you hear this, you hear a massive swoosh, and this gigantic greatsword flies into his hand and snaps like a closed of a clasp. You hear his fingers lock around the hilt. He looks down at you. If I were you, grab your group and run.
I will do just that. I just rush over and I yank Athena by the waist and I just say, "Everyone, let's go now."
So, Astra, Tilly runs over. She grabs Athena and she begins to book it. What's your move?
Okay, I'm gonna go, but before I go, I would like to use investigation and search for any kind of stuff we can use real quick, like any kind of gold or fabric or anything like that.
Okay, roll investigation.
Oh, pin.
You find a stick.
Okay, that's not good. Okay, I am going to book it.
All right. So as you take off, Athena, since Tilly's got you around the waist, you can still see what's happening behind you. And as you see this angel hunch his wings and lurch forward, this great axe pointed out in front of him, you hear him, "You will die for the actions you've casted upon me. You will smite and feel thine presence." As his sword goes to lurch forward into this Mind Flayer's body, but you see the Mind Flayer just raise one finger and flick to the side, and the angel goes crashing through buildings.
Athena's just gonna watch like this is the greatest thing she's ever seen. And probably shit that Valak can see too.
As you lift up your shirt, Valak just peeks his little head out, his eyes wide, and he's got a wicked smile on his face because he loves the action of blood and guts going everywhere. But as you're watching, this angel launches back out of the building. And instead of with this greatsword, because he's thrown his greatsword at the same time he's launched out, as he throws his greatsword, he launches out this other hand. And in his hand, you just see like this white spike form, and it cackles and booms like electricity. You guys have freed a servant of Zeus. And as this bolt strikes at the feet of this Mind Flayer, you see this Mind Flayer explode from the inside out. I'm talking his skin has burned from his body, and his tendrils and guts. His 7 different hearts have flown across the area. The pavement is now covered in blood. The angel does something odd, something you guys have never heard of an angel doing before. He bends down, he grabs one of the massive hearts, and he just takes a massive hunk out of it, rips it, and throws it back down to the ground. Athena, the last thing you see is the angel looks at you, and he smiles with blood dripping from his mouth.
Well, I'm gonna look at Valak in my underarm and see if he's seen that too.
Valak, did you see what happened? You want to talk about what happened, buddy? I believe Valak is still having technical difficulties. We're just going to say Valak did see what you saw, and instead of being shocked, surprised, scared, or anything, he's smiling wickedly, trying to jump out because he wants to run and do what the angel did, because Valak is a follower. Valak is not a leader. And since he's part demonic, this is exciting to him.
I'm just gonna kind of tighten my grip on him, and then I'm gonna look at Nisa, who is still holding on, and like there was something not quite right with that angel.
Don't care, didn't ask. We're leaving.
As you guys run near the exit that you have come in at, you see Jason. He's sitting on a branch near the gate, and he looks at you. And he smiles. He looks at Nisa in particular. He goes, "So, you want to come back into these woods? Or you want to stay in that city? Your choice is yours. You come in here, I'll kill you." He does say, "But I will warn you, there's another exit on the other side of town, but from what I heard, you guys have to go through some shit."
Upon seeing Jason, Nissa is going to stop in her tracks and haul ass the other way and find a different route, taking her around our little Mind Flayer and angel fight.
So, as you go around the fight, you guys do make it to the other side of town, which this town is massive. Where did we leave off there? Oh, yeah, you guys just walked around. Okay, so you guys walked around or made your way around the town. You found another location. On this other side of town, because the town is so large, nobody's heard word of this fight, so everybody's just continuing about their business here. The shops are open, people are laughing in the streets, drunks are everywhere because it's midday, and nobody's got work to do today. So, starting at the top of our list, Nissa, what would you like to do?
I will gently put down Athena, who is, I think, also carrying Valak at the same time. I will set her down back on her feet, and then look for the nearest place to get a drink.
Well, lucky for you, after you set Athena down, the tavern's right next to you. Like, you turn your head and there it is. Dave's beers for free.
I go over.
Okay. Before I continue to, Astra, what are you doing?
Nothing in life or D&D is free. It always comes at a cost. So, therefore, I'm going to do an investigation and I want to check this place out a little. I want to look for danger or anything like that.
Okay, so you want to know that much info? Roll an investigation and an arcana check.
15 on investigation. And you got to give me a minute. Okay. Ooh, and a 10 for arcana.
It's a bar. It's a nice old guy running the bar.
Yeah, what's the catch?
There's no catch.
Do I get to sleep with the bar?
You do that, I might kill your character this time.
Bro!
Sleeping with an old man? I'm not describing that.
Okay. I can persuade him, though.
Possibly, but are you going in or not?
I'll go in.
Athena.
I guess I'm following too. Well, me and Valak, since he's still under my arm.
All right. So as you enter the pub, the barkeep looks right at you, Nissa, and he's like, "Have a seat. Sit on the stool. I'll grab you a fresh mug. Just laugh and have fun. Time here never stops anyways."
Hesitantly, at this old man's cheeriness, she'll go and sit, but something's off, so.
As you grab a seat, he hands you an ale. He's like, drink, trust me. It's not like you're ever going to leave here again. It's okay. I love company. The more people that stay, the better.
Alright, fucker. Shit, what would that be? Alright, I want to check the ale to see if there's anything in it. So maybe like a medicine check to see if there's drugs. And then I want to insight check this guy.
Okay, go ahead. Hit me with the medicine check first.
Okay. 19.
It is grade A, 100% home brewed ale. There's nothing wrong with it. And that is on my DM heart. There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. And then do you want my insight check?
Yep.
$16.
From what you can gather, he's a soul keeper.
Okay.
Astra.
Bitch, I'm a ginger. I take souls.
He looks at you and says, "Ah, a beautiful barbaric lady. You're so beautiful. Grab a seat, please. Have a cup. On me, on the house. All drinks on me, all the time."
I sit down. I take my mug of ale. And I pass it to Valak.
Okay. Athena. The old man looks at you and says, "Oh, what a beautiful lady. Come down, stretch your feet. It's okay to relax."
She's gonna eye him suspiciously and be like, "And I should trust you, why? I've just met you, I don't know your name."
"I'm a humble old man. Call me Joff."
Okay, job. Why do you give beer for free? You can make decent money.
Well, you see, I keep this pub open for my wife. She died over 100 years ago. And I sit here every day, keeping her spirit alive.
Her head's gonna cock to the 100 years ago and be like, your wife died 100 years ago. That would make you over 100.
He says, well, I did say this time goes on forever. He says, grab a seat, I'll explain.
She's gonna sit, but she's not gonna touch the beer.
He says, perfect. Now that you've all sat your ass in the chair, you can no longer walk out of my door. I have you all trapped in a time loop. Think of it like a hotel that you can never leave. Because every time you touch the door, you'll be right back in the chair. Your guys' souls will be fed on until you shrivel and die. When I said I keep my wife's spirit alive, I quite literally mean it. We're gonna go jump back up to the top real quick. Nissa, what do you think of that? He told you his plan.
He did. At least he wasn't lying. At this point, Nessa doesn't really care. She's just gonna drink the ale.
He says, see? She doesn't care about life. A-okay. Good. Because here in about 60 years of you drinking this ale, it's homemade. I don't need to put poison in for you to detect it.
You think that you think I'm alive.
He said, then why don't you show the people those pretty little wings you have tucked away that you're so afraid of?
Who says I'm afraid? And at that moment, she bamps out her huge, literally huge, bone-clawed wings that just wrap around her.
He says, there. Now we're not hiding too much. I guess you would like to see my true form.
Please.
He says, as you wish, and he takes his hand that you've never seen before. The ale just kind of glided across the table, and you're just now picking that up. He takes his dragon-like hand, and he claws off his face, and slowly a snout starts to emerge with giant, gigantic fangs, his dragon eyes. You see, he's a dragonborn, but this dragonborn's different. He looks like a real dragon, but he can walk and talk. He even has the massive red wings to follow his back. He even has the flame smoke pouring from his nostrils. He says, so, as the dragon I am, I guess you're assuming the dragonborn I should be. Your soul, he stretches out a clawed finger, will be mine.
I don't know how to respond to that, so this is just gonna keep drinking.
Astra.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't drink his ale and I gave mine away. I'm going to use passive perception, and it doesn't require a roll.
And what are you perceiving?
I'm looking for secret doors. I'm looking for any way to get out of this.
There is no other exit to your acknowledgement, but there is the front door.
That you out and time starts over.
It's a front door.
I'm going to pick Valak up and I'm going to yeet him at him.
Strength check?
I don't consent.
Okay, Valak says no. He
Well, you
pouts in
don't
his
have a
chair.
choice if I already picked him up.
He pouts in his chair. He says no. Valak, roll a strength check to avoid this.
Athena, can you roll for me, please?
I got you. But also, fun fact, Velik's not sitting in a chair. Velik's still under my arm.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which is why I said, let me at him.
You got a 16 on strength.
Astra, roll your strength.
13.
He grabs onto Athena's side, and you cannot pull him free. In fact, the little fucker looks up at Athena and says, "Hey, have another cup."
No.
Valak, if you don't have a cup of ale in approximately 2 turns, you will start to go into cardiac arrest.
Oh, son of- wait, I didn't drink it though.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
Neither
Okay,
did I.
Hayden, will you drink your ale, please?
No,
Fairly sure
You
I'm
hate-
the one that drank it.
What'd you say, Nisa?
I said I'm fairly certain I'm the only one that drank it.
Fucking sucks, doesn't it? So, Astro, with your failed attempt to yeet him, what is one more thing you're going to try to do?
Question: does this thing have eyes?
It does.
If I kill this guy, will it get us out of this time loop?
I can't answer that question.
Fuck it, I'm killing him. Attempting to. I am going to enter rage. And then I am going to use my great axe and hit him.
Do you want to aim for his neck?
Why does that matter?
Oh, do you want to take his head off?
I don't like this game. No.
Okay, I tried. All right, roll for attack.
Ouch. Take a hit.
Fail. You don't even roll for damage. So,
Fuck.
as you pick up your great axe to swing it, he simply just picks up one wing, stretches all the way out, and slaps you across the bar. He looks down at you from behind the bar, and he looks down. Next time, you should sit down and be a good guest.
Next time, you shouldn't sucker us into drinking shit that we don't want to drink.
Shouldn't be such a little bitch then, he whispers.
Good thing I didn't drink your poison, bitch.
By the time I'm done with you, I'll be begging for it, you punk.
We'll see.
Athena! What you gonna do?
Tina's just gonna kind of look down at Valak in her arms and the fact that he hadn't touched the chair. So he's the only one not in the time loop. And she's gonna sit him on the table. Like, since you're our only hope right now. Free us.
So are you passing your turn on to Valak to tell him to do?
I am.
Valak, what's up, buddy? What you gonna do? My little fucking pain in the ass.
I'm gonna stealth around behind the barkeep.
Roll stealth.
I got you.
Have you not? Make it snappy. I got a pizza to deliver. I should also have advantage on stealth.
He got a dirty 20.
All right then. So, what's your next move, Valak?
I want to jump up on this dragon and shocking grasp the fuck around his neck.
Roll to attack.
My dear, I don't see shock and grasp in your stuff.
I
You
should have
never
shocking grasp.
added it.
I did add it. That's the thing.
Hold on, I'm going to look.
Because it should be a cantrip, right?
Yeah,
Should be a spell.
that should be on there. No, it's a cantrip.
There's finger guns, something I can't pronounce, and acidic bite.
Yeah, you don't have it, my guy.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Then I'm finger gunning this motherfucker, but I gotta deliver this pizza.
That's okay. So you pull out your fingers and you quite literally do the finger gun, which shoots bolts out of it, and it explodes his neck. He dies because the damage that you could do, you only needed one. Only one hit point is all this man had, but for a reason. As the neck around him explodes, every soul that he's collected since he's cast this time loop explodes out in an explosive wave. The room fills with darkness and screams. I need everybody to roll a wisdom save. Or my bad, a constitution save.
Hey,
I'm doing
can I
Valak
take
first,
the
and I'll do mine.
What'd you say, Astra?
Can I take the souls?
No. What'd you say, Athena?
Valak got a 14, and I got a 22.
Nisa, what'd you get?
12.
Astra, what'd you get?
A 9.
Valak and Athena, you're safe. Tilly and Astra, you now face petrified glaze. You cannot move. And with each turn that you fail this con save, it gets worse. Right now, you just can't move. Next, it gets ugly. As these souls erupt from the body, the building starts to shake or beneath the and you all fall down. You land in a massive sewer canal. And I'm talking massive, like there's grates all around you. It's at least 300 feet. There's sewage waterfalls everywhere. But sitting in the middle of it is an actual dragon. A white, ancient dragon. Until next time. With that, guys, we had session 11. I do have to cut it short because I have several sessions to edit. But with that being said, stay tuned for the next. Will these guys survive the fight against the dragon? Or will the dragon overcome them with the surprise he has waiting for them? Until next time, adventurers. Tonight we had with us Nisa.
See ya.
We had Astra.
Bye.
We had Athena. And we had Valak. Session 12 hits in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Make sure you stay tuned. Stay a true badassian.